If everyone in the world had your personality, what would the world look like? It would be quiet. None of my favorite shows would ever get cancelled. For a few months there would be peace on Earth. Then everything would collapse because nothing important is getting done. No one would be driving in the left lane except to pass. Except I like to pass everyone, so would everyone be driving in the left lane? It would take much longer for decisions to be made. It's whatever you guys want, honestly. I personally don't mind. It's whatever you guys want. I'm good with either or. You guys can decide. I'm not too picky. You guys can choose. The universal greeting would be, "Hey man." Even the presidential address. Even the Pope being elected. Even what a baby says when it's first born. We'd be able to load 160 passengers in an airplane in 3 minutes. It would vacillate between periods of more things being done than one can imagine, and nothing getting done at all. Also, a whole lot of arguing over everything and anything. You wouldn't see anyone. All would stay home. Nothing would ever get done. There would be lots of unfolded clothes and many unfinished projects. But there would also be beautiful flowers and happy birds everywhere. One of us would start apologizing for this whole situation, then we'd all keep apologizing until we die of hunger because we cannot stop apologizing. Sorry. I'd be surrounded by his holes. Much more sea creatures because I hate seafood. Nobody would be able to work together. Not because I am a self-centered person, but because nobody would share their ideas for fear of being told that they are stupid. Another thing might be that all shows would be on one streaming service, because spending money on 10 different streaming services would be the one problem everyone would express that they hated. There would be a lot of people laughing at their own jokes. Edit. WTF, thanks for the upvotes. That episode of SpongeBob where they show all the little SpongeBobs in the brain panicking and lighting things on fire. Edit. I am honored that my highest voted comment is a SpongeBob reference. Fire everywhere. Edit. I'm a convicted arsonist. Very productive. Extremely efficient, but everyone would have serious mental health and blood pressure problems due to rage if things didn't go well. Peace would reign. But the world would also stagnate due to laziness. Netflix and food delivery would be the biggest companies in the world. Dude, the autism would be off the charts. Free hugs for everyone. Like in Idiocracy. But instead of dumb, everyone is stoned and depressed. A frocking mess. Skipping would become the new preferred method of travel. There would be a lot more people, 'cause thorny. Very quiet. Everyone would spend all day just thinking and not talking, acting. No wars, no conflict between nations, etc. Just because we could not be bothered to take it that far. We would just talk things over a pint and some good food. We would be trying to do what's best for our country, while trying to move towards a united Earth. We wouldn't have any YouTube videos to watch because I'm an introvert and don't want to be in front of the camera. I'd be behind the camera. No one would narrate the videos because I can't stand the sound of my own voice. You would need a flashlight. COVID wouldn't have been a big deal. I like being home. Everyone would be introverted and prefer to stay at home, doing hobbies. I guess hobby artists and anime, manga fans would be on the rise. Edit. 926 likes, and my first silver award? Thanks guys, didn't expect this lol. Estonian. Like in the movie, Dark City, but drunk. Everyone would be a good person deep down. Who cares about others and equity of humans? People would understand that everyone has been through their own hell in one way or another, and all people need is to be seen, heard. But everyone would also be a secret alcoholic who can't stop smoking weed just to make it through the day. They'd have mental health conditions and struggle with the weight of the world, the meaning of life, and the fact that some humans can be so deeply cruel. We'd be better and worse. I don't love myself a ton, but I know that I'm a good person that wants the best for the future PF humanity and the planet. A lot more compassion, but a lot more anxiety. COVID wouldn't have been an issue. For one, I leave my house about once a week when I don't have something forcing me. On the downside, industry would grind to a halt because I have very few real-world skills. All of civilization would collapse. Not because of war, or because of resource scarcity. The end of the world would happen because no one would show up to work on time and would lose interest in whatever job they were doing because they were watching cat videos on the internet. Edit. My first silver. Woo. Edit X2. Y'all gave me a gold? For this? You like me. You really like me. Grumpy AF and then bubbly AF. And then grumpy AF and then bubbly AF. They would probably all sleep a lot. And eat a mother ton of cheese. The world would look like an emotionally unstable sit show lol. A special ed classroom. The economy would collapse, just from me not buying much of anything but certain foods. Though this question raises questions for me. Does everyone have my personality but retain their skills and knowledge? And do they have my personality as it is now or my personality as would be in their life situation? Cause I'm very unproductive at the moment, but I might be much more happy and productive in certain jobs. I'm guessing my current unproductiveness would not transfer to those people? 2 cats per square meter. Overly verbose and neurotic. Very list-oriented, detail-oriented and a high amount of planning to maximize pragmatism. Very idealistic and fanciful. Also hard to tell because I am usually broke, so IDK what my personality would be like with money. That is an absolutely horrifying thought. The world would be complete and utter chaos. It would be better, because everyone would be dead. Orgy planet. Everyone would hate each other and themselves. Kinky as frock. Hardworking. A lot of gallows humor. I'm not quite sure, but I know one is likely to be respectful or efficient. I can't be both. The world will probably be destroyed because I feel like I do have good problem-solving skills, and that combined with my extreme curiosity would kill me the second I solve how to form a black hole. Either lawless anarchy or the only way you would be able to see is with a flashlight. I've been told if there were 2 of me in this world we'd either end up killing each other or we'd take over the world if we managed to agree on something. I'm pretty sure it'd be a nuclear wasteland. I don't play well with people who think like me, and magnifying that 7 billion times is not going to make things better. Lazy pessimists. Gaming. X has started working. Everyone playing modded Mick on the same server. Same minigame and huge laziness. Society would come to a screeching halt as everyone starts to play with the loose thread on their shirts. You would not want the entire world to be borderline. Peaceful and possible antisocial. I am a huge introvert and the last major party I went to was my prom. So, no more bars or fancy parties because everyone would just hang out at home and read books. Play board games. Play card games or watch movies. Also, every 100 miles there would be a big museum, aquarium, and swimming pool. People would be nicer to one another and nobody would lose their tempers. Everyone would go to church every Sunday and volunteer at least once a week. We would all have bipolar depressive disorder, have addictive personalities, and a strong distaste for other humans but an oddly obsessive love and connection with nature and animals. The world would be full of empathy and laziness. It would be interesting. Billions of shy, slightly neurotic, endlessly curious, impulsive, awkward people. I have a bad feeling they would have some pretty rough childhoods though. That was a major ingredient leading into who I am today. There would be even more weed. Paradise. Right now, the world would end because everyone would be curled in a ball having a mental breakdown and crying for 3+ hours till their eyes are so swollen they can't see and they're so dehydrated from all the snot and tears. Very little would get done. But what did get done would either be incomplete or complete to an exacting degree. And also we probably wouldn't fight with each other because we all just want to be friends with each other. We'd still live in caves and sitting around the fire thinking, this is fine. Everybody would turn back to agriculture.